got the new studio with the new sets, and he's pushing out more content than ever. 5 to 6 shows a week. Honestly, it's so hard to keep track. I literally had to sit down and back it all out with a piece of paper. This guy is all over the place. And like I said, part of that fresh start includes live streaming, which for Brendan Schaub is generally a risky move. This is a guy who gets spooked in every comment section on the internet, every single podcast he shows up on, every YouTube video with his face on the thumbnail. The comments are brutal. He's basically a walking lolcow at this point, and everybody knows it. So doing a live stream with a live audience and a live chat takes some balls, some very careful planning, which I'll show you in a minute. Because before we get into it, check out the link in the description to my Patreon. Last week I dropped a full breakdown of turning into this Netflix special, which, and I'm not exaggerating here, lies big worse than Gringo Puppy. At least Gringo Puppy has a cult following at this point. I also just put out a big video over the weekend about Ruben's big lie, so go and check that out if you're interested. There's over 60 other videos on there as well. First, Brendan's new live streaming career, he seems to be really enjoying it. This guy's like, no way, this is real. Let's go. Yeah, I am like, look at that video. I'm playing this. I don't know what the hell just happened. I felt like I was in the zone just speaking through this. You guys, this might be the best thing I've ever done. This was fucking awesome. Went so well. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I will see you Friday at 11. That's a this will be one of them. Very curious. It's the best thing ever. You guys are fucking awesome. Guys made my fucking day. Made my day. I was in the bathroom coming in here, was lying drunk. But you fucking made my day. I love you guys. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for donations. Thank you for making this what it is. I thought this stuff would be like, it's one of my favorite things to do. Straight up. Straight up. What's up, man? That's part of our week. I'm Jeff. Comedy. Supposed to be big now. Breakdown. Club. And full Chris's. Please don't do website. Like, there's so many clubs right now. Like, yeah, dude, the 2 hours live job was loud. I told you my birthday. What's up? I have so much fun. It's my favorite. This is dope. That's not asking questions all the time. So, here's the best. I love this fucking live job, and I love it. So, yeah, I'm a company over here, fam. New studio, new lunch. 0 NYK 999. Welcome to the club, dude. All the live chats are fun. Favorite content. I hate all the content, so there's that. I love you guys, man. It's my favorite thing to do. Thank you guys so much, man. We're cooking. We're cooking. Get better, better, man. Get better, better. We're live all the time. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys made my week. You made my week. I love doing this. I wake up and I can't wait. So, thank you guys so much, man. I'll see you guys Monday. Best thing he's ever done. It's his favorite content, the best part of his week. He wakes up and says, hell yeah, he's cooking. He's getting better and better. He will go all freaking day. Oh man, I'm hyped. Over 4 live streams, Brendan said some version of this is the best thing I've ever done so many times that if you turned it into a drinking game, you would be fucking plastered by now. Except there are no batteries, which we'll get to. So, why does he love it so much? I mean, he's barely getting over 10k grand views per episode. Well, this is the thing. The live chat is members only. It costs $5 to get in, which means the only people commenting are his actual fans. 20 to 30 of them at most, just typing nice things while Brendan reads their usernames out loud for an hour and a half. Like, that's literally the show. That's it. There's no structure, no segments, no guests. It's just Brendan reading comments from people who paid to be nice to him. And that's when it clicked for me. This is the first time in years that Brendan has had positive interactions with people on the internet. He doesn't do stand-up anymore. He doesn't do live shows. Every open comment section he's ever been, he just shits all over it. So when he stumbled into the format with an audience is curated, the haters are priced out, and every message is some variation of love you, babe. Of course, he thinks it's the best that's not the best part. The best part for Brendan is that it's a great way to improve his reading comprehension. Seriously, I think Snyder needs to shake him doing his live. I know. I'm sorry for ads. The last 10 years, my reading is not terrible. It's not great. I'm not Drew Peterson, but it's way better than a 42-year-old man with 3 kids thinks that reading out live stream comments is helping him become a better reader. Seriously, what are we doing here? But as I said in the intro, live streaming is a risky game for someone in Brendan's position. But when the chat costs $5 to join, the risk drops pretty quickly. True fans here, no haters. Fighters, the haters, I'm sure we'll find them. Andrew Figueroa, that's his guest. They're being for real people. People came to haters. They didn't know us. You guys are trouble now. You guys are chicken. People with the joke, we're here because we've seen past all the bitches and haters. Ray Dano's coming right from these haters. Thanks, but thank you. To be fair, I give them the hate on it. That's what I'm kidding. But thank you guys. Tony, like to maybe what's your favorite fast food spot? Burger King, Whopper with cheese and ketchup. To be fair, I gave them a lot to hate on back in the day, so I get it. That's an interesting thing to say. Remember that one because I'm going to come back to that later when I give you the latest on this lawsuit. By the way, the whole members only safe space thing isn't new for Brendan. Remember how whenever he appears on Joe Rogan's Fight Companions, young Jamie turns off the live chat because otherwise Brendan would get absolutely obliterated in the comments. So Jamie politely switches it off to protect him. The best part is though, not everybody was in on it. Spot decision. No live comments. Why? What are you doing with this stuff? Let's be with you. How do you know the problem? It's not connecting with folks outside. Has nothing to do with us. Watching us on YouTube. Yeah, what are you doing? Just keep it up. Zeitgeist. Yeah, don't do that. No, let's have a good time and hang out. But then I tell everyone. Were you just watching you on YouTube? Yeah, bro. With mirror or something? Look, guys. I don't think it's much of this. Dan Ogre, what a win for us. I'm just going that's the safe. Look, you don't have to be watching you. Don't ever let them know you're doing that either. No offense to you, that's about test around and it's like dealing with crazy people. Yeah, do shit. Yeah, take out the events. I was right. No, I had I was going to do great decision. Yep. Someone else had to build a safe space for him on the internet, but now he's built his own. Members only for $5 to get in, no trolls, no critics. It's almost the same as getting young Jamie to turn off the live chat. Like I said though, Brendan's in the middle of a full breakdown in the new studio focusing on MMA commentary, and now he's producing more unprofitable content than ever. But part of that rebrand means drawing a line underneath Brendan, including the comedy career. So when his own fans started asking him directly, is the comedy career over? He gave them an answer, and then he gave the same answer when he went on David Logus's fishing podcast show or whatever the fuck that is. They rented you comic book is over. We'll have to see that's the future. Let's stay on comedy now. I think now I'll be done with this shit like this. Let's talk about the stars. She's on to a show. It's just a lot of time. No, I don't like to laugh at some comments. I can do this fishing show that I've done for you. So many guys that show up. Oh, yeah, but he said, yeah, and it was took off and I have. So long now because more like you back to fighting and stand up fighting. They're serious. David Lucas fishing episode. Seriously, that guy had some good stories. But there it is. Stand up was never really the plan. Fighting would be an easier comeback than going back on stage. This is Brandon on two separate shows confirming what everybody already knew. And this is the part three where Brendan is really trying to sell us because it's not just about new content, it's about a whole new Brendan. Don't forget, he's in Texas now. He's sober, stress free, he's cut out all the bullshit from his life. No more LA distractions. He's off the addies, no more baddies. Just a baseball dad with a podcast living his best life and being the best version of himself. Alright, so Brendan's a new man. He's cut out the negativity. He's sober. He's focused. He's found his lane. He told his live stream audience that he gave them a lot to hate on back in the day, so he gets it. But that was the old Brendan. The new Brendan is different. He's changed. Except he hasn't, because while Brendan's been telling you all of that bullshit from his storage unit in Texas, his monster lawyers have been busy. Some of you will remember the copyright lawsuit that Brendan's company, Big Boy Productions, filed against the small YouTuber named Kyle Swindell's, also known as Unique. The case goes back to 2022. Swindell's made full.
Yo, what's going on, big dog?
using clips from the fighter and the kid. So,
So
Are you streaming right now?
no, I am not.
Okay,
No,
why not?
so
My question to you, big dog, is why not?
why not? Because I have my OBS. I like downloaded everything, like everything,
Okay.
but I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Let's help you. Okay, that's great. Okay, so download it and you can open it?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a 32-bit computer or 64-bit computer?
I think. Wait, I need to. I have. Give me one moment.
Take your time, big dog.
So when I'm gonna find this, like meantime, I was not in 100 best podcasted in my country, so I'm not happy, but
Oh, you
it is what it is.
you weren't chosen for that contest. No big deal, dude. Don't get down on yourself. You're still new. Do you know how
So I was.
do you know how old Joe Rogan was when he started podcasting?
How much? How old? Sorry.
I think he was in his early 40s. So you've already got a 20-year head start on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know when
I
I?
was
Do you know how old I was when I first started creating social media? I was 35 years
how
old. You have
oh
a 15-year head start on me. Can you imagine if you started a Discord and you started collecting and building that community in 15 years, how big it would be?
like fucking big one.
Right. Did you create a subreddit?
So I'm good. What is sub? Yeah.
You created a subreddit
Yeah.
and you posted your podcast there?
Not yet.
Okay, well, it's a start.
Maybe I mean, so like I was thinking I maybe is going to be like the new like the like the like different categories, but no, nothing.
What, of that 100, the 100 newest podcasters? Or the 100 biggest Czech podcasters?
I was thinking like if I can win this, I think I can win like the best new podcast in, in this year.
You're still new, though.
That don't happen.
You're still new. And you're still small. And you
Yep.
don't have any money behind your podcast, which is okay, but it's like someone with a budget of $1,000 a month is going to crush you.
Yeah.
And that's a very small budget. $1,000 a month in terms of podcast promotion is very small. So you shouldn't get down on yourself. I understand that you wanted to win, and we all want to win. But the podcasting world is a marathon, not a sprint. And there's a very good chance that if you just have to maintain consistency. How many jobs did you apply to yesterday?
I in 2 days I did 56.
Okay, that's okay. Not 100 every day, but that's okay. That's a start. And what you need to do is you will honestly have you thought about being a Czech translator?
Yes, I thought down that. Yes, of course.
Okay, so that's what you should do more than podcast editor or video editor or whatever, because frankly, somebody in India can do what you're doing cheaper, or in the Philippines cheaper, with better equipment, more efficient. But they can't be a Czech to English translator as well as you can. That's what you're unique in. And if I were you, I would change my resume. I'd just create another one, and I would just start applying just to Czech English translation. Uh, either get paid per word on written documents, or you can tutor people in from Czech to English, or you could just be an all-out translator for people. Your English is strong enough that you could do that, and if you got a job to do that, even let's just say it's 20 hours a week, you can say to mom and dad, "Hey guys, I got a job, and I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to work in the fields. I don't have to work in the factories. I'm getting paid. I'm going to give you a little money every month, you know, because you're helping me. And it's going to allow me to promote my passions. And I look forward to getting a girlfriend and doing more activities and being a very personable, sociable person. And that's what you want from me, right? That's what your parents want for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only thing stopping you is just getting a translation job. And you will frankly get a translation job a lot easier than you will a podcast editor or video editor. Um, those are really in demand jobs. Same with graphic designer. And I shouldn't say in-demand jobs. It's the market is very saturated actually for those types of positions because they can work remotely and everything. And you've got to think when you're applying to one of those jobs, there are 1,000 other people who are applying to those jobs too. And the chance that they're gonna settle on you is very small. Now, I'm not saying you quit that. You can continue to do that, but if anything, just apply for Czech translation jobs. And I helped somebody in here get an Arabic translation job, and within a few months, they were working at the United States Embassy in their country, uh, making. They had saved like $20,000 over the course of like half a year. I mean, they're really on their way to becoming a U.S. citizen. Um, like that language gives you the opportunity to be able to expand your horizons. So I'm not going to harp on that anymore, but just keep in mind that there's a really excellent opportunity for you there. In terms
Yeah.
of in terms of um, OBS, do you have it open?
Oh,
Oh, well, first you have to tell me, do you have a 32-bit computer or 64-bit computer? If you don't know how to do this because it's taking you way too long, this is like 3 clicks. Just go to ChatGPT and ask it for your
yeah,
computer how to find this information. Usually it's in
yeah.
a control panel system and it will tell you in that area. But every computer is a little different.
I have OBS open.
Okay, hold off on OBS. I just want to know, do you have a 32-bit system or a 64-bit system? You were yesterday telling me it's 28-bit, and that's not. That's
Yeah, I was a little bit. Okay, so what the question is?
you asked
Again, sorry.
ChatGPT. You asked ChatGPT, how do I find whether my computer is 32-bit or 64-bit?
Mhm.
And say that it's a Windows computer.
I think
Not think.
I have 64.
Not think. You should just know. I know what you have already, but I want you to be able to find it. Imagine I were your supervisor at work, and I said to you, Tony,
Yeah, I have 64.
how do you know?
I find it. I find it.
Where did you go?
I have like my it's in English. I have like the hmm? Hmm? Like the I need minute English.
That's okay. What you should do when you
I
run
have
in, I'm going to teach you what you do when you run into this problem. You go to ChatGPT and you say, whatever you're trying to say in Czech, please translate this to English and then read me what the English says. I know you're just looking for a word, and I understand that, but I'm trying to teach you problem solving skills.
yeah.
So I don't want to hear anything from you until you've typed in what you're trying to say into ChatGPT, and then you're going to read me what it says in English.
I open the settings up and is that
Okay, what setting did you open up?
I open a setting and in like the last icon is like up. So I click it and I done.
Okay, what's the last icon? What's it called?
About up.
Okay, good. All right, so you have a 64-bit computer. Now go to ChatGPT, or pardon me, go to OBS.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, do you have your camera on in OBS? Or you don't have anything on in there, right?
My no, I
Okay,
don't have my camera.
that's okay.
Oh,
So you should see a black square, like right in the middle. It's
yes,
your
I
canvas.
see.
Okay. Okay, right click on that and click add. And then there's a bunch of things there. And one of them should say video capture device.
Yeah. Video. So I need to change my language there because it's in the chat and
That's okay.
you are you are having me
That's okay. And what
in
you
English.
no
So
no 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 that's fine. And what you can also do is just ask ChatGPT, how do I add my camera to OBS?
yeah,
ChatGPT should be like
okay.
your friend. If you ever have a question for me, you should ask ChatGPT first. If you still have a question, then ask me. Or if something's
Mhm.
unclear to you. But basically, ChatGPT, you should treat it like it is your best friend and that it's there for you and it can help you with language and it can help you with types of technological issues that you're going to have. Okay, with that being said, I did want to make you aware. I was on a podcast yesterday for 2 hours, and
Mhm.
I have another podcast today, and I've got a tech like checkup tomorrow with the podcast, and then I'm doing that podcast on Thursday, and I've got another one on Friday. And this is big. This is big. I emailed somebody to be on their podcast, and they emailed me back, and I didn't really take their email all that seriously because I've just been emailing so many people. And I looked at their channel, and they have 250,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a
Jesus.
big.
Oh, that's big,
That's
bro.
a big. You know, it's like when you're fishing. I'm sure you fish in Czech Republic, and it's like sometimes you get a minnow, a little small fish, or maybe a medium. This is like a big, 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 big fish. And we've been going back and forth. I think I can be on it, but the guy is very specific. Like he does not want me to talk about life extension or transhumanism because he's got a really big channel and YouTube's very strict when it comes to what you can talk about in terms of um, like health and medical information. And so he's like, I just want to stay clear all, through all of that. So he's like, can you talk about UFOs and extraterrestrials in the Bible? And I can't. So I sent him an outline of what I'd like to propose, including an introduction, an outline, an overview, an outline, and then a conclusion. And it's all very specific. Like, and if he lets me do it, then I could go viral from that. Each one of his uh, videos gets, you know, thousands of people to view it. But 250,000 subscribers, that is a massive, massive
Yeah,
channel.
I am truly happy for you. Like that ass.
Well, that's good. I mean, what happens to me, I mean, immediately what is going to happen, Tony, is I'm going to be on one of these podcasts. Somebody's going to go into what I do and see, wow, this person, I mean, you've been through a lot of my content. You've never had a guest on your show that even has 1/1000th of the amount of stuff that I do. I have a lot of content, and somebody's going to go down the rabbit hole, and when they do, they're going to recognize that this is a gold mine of content. Whether they like it or not, I've got something for everybody. And they're going to share it. It goes viral. And then once it goes viral, the first thing that people are going to do is go to all my old interviews and see what I had to say. and you've got 3 of them, and you've got one more to publish, and they're going to go through, and those are going to be your most viewed videos. I mean, I can tell you within the next year, at least, if I had to predict, I could say maybe in the next 90 days, uh, you're just going to have my video that's just my 4 videos that are just going to explode on your channel. And if you're like, Rabbi, in 90 days, it didn't happen, well, then give me another 90 days. It's not going to be that long. All I have to do is keep up this strategy that I've been using, which is keep being on podcasts. Just like with you, when I say to you, just keep doing podcasts, grind it out. The same opposite is true for me. Keep being on podcasts. And with each podcast that I'm on, another 2,000 people will see me, another 1,000 people here or there. But then I'll get one of these 250,000 like subscriber podcasts, a huge one, and then that's all. That's all it takes.
I am like happy for. I'm like that. I happy. Like wow.
And you should be excited for yourself too, because I'm going to help you. Our conversations are archived. This is the start of a podcast journey for you, and we've become friends. And you're now a character on my streams. You're like a person who is featured on them, and that's going to make you very popular. I mean this when I say I wouldn't. For Tony, you've known me like a month or so. I don't tell people things if I don't really believe in my heart that they're true. And I think you'll be the most famous person from Czech Republic in global history. You're muted, but that's fine. Tony, you there, big dog?
I will be back. Just my father wants some things.
Absolutely. You do what you need to do. I understand.
Incidentally, this was all around the same time that Kyle made a video exposing Brandon for supposedly cheating on his wife. Just saying, coincidence. The district court ruled in Swindle's favor, and Brendan lost the lawsuit on fair use grounds. The judge actually found that Kyle's videos constituted criticism and commentary that served public benefit. But then Shaw appealed like 2 years ago, and it had looked like Shaw had dropped it. But then, just weeks ago, his Rothschild lawyers made a new filing and cited a fresh Second Circuit decision, Richardson versus Town Square Media, arguing it supports their position on party and harm. They also had to disclose that one of the cases they relied on their own brief involving Netflix has since been vacated, which goes against them. That's fine. Anyway, 2 weeks later, in June, Kyle Swindell files his response, representing himself. No lawyer. Well, actually, there's speculation that a ghost lawyer operating from the shadows wishes to avoid witnesses being assisted, but there's no way of knowing for sure. And Kyle's response is worth reading because he argues that Think Productions is effectively dead. The company's sole owner and CEO, that's Brendan, has publicly distanced himself from the lawsuit. The company abandoned its physical address in Calabasas, which led to a breach of lease lawsuit from the building's landlord, who filed in LA Superior Court in September last year against Think Productions and Brendan Shaw personally. And this is where it ties back to the win, because remember, Brendan's telling us that he's left LA behind. He's got a new life in Texas, stress-free. He's cut out all the bullshit. Meanwhile, back in California, his old studio's landlord is suing him because he just walked away from police, and the company that abandoned it, Think Productions, is the same company that's still listed as the plaintiff in a federal court appeal. Now, just let me remind you of something. Like, holy shit, right for this. The total amount of money that Swindell's earned from the 4 videos he's being sued for by Brendan is $13,629.86. 13 fucking K grand. And Brendan told the world when he spoke podcast while the case was still active that he'd spent $500,000 on monster lawyers yourself to invest in this filing. The whole thing depends on a few $100 they might put for you. And this isn't even the first time Britain's tried to pretend this lawsuit has nothing to do with it. So if you remember in the Finder and the Kid episode 1000, Brett went on camera and said he had no idea what was going on with the case, blamed his old business manager, blamed his lawyer, said they might be working together behind his back, and it was completely out of his hands. He blamed the team. I made a video about it.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm back.
Okay, so just go to ChatGPT and ask it in Czech or in English or whatever how to add your camera to.
I did.
Okay, so your camera's on.
I have it.
Okay, now do you see
Yeah.
on the right side it says Start Virtual Camera?
Yeah.
Click that.
Done.
Okay, now minimize OBS and go back to Rumble.
How minimize something? Okay. So are you actually think I can be most of a famous man from Czech Republic?
Yeah, I mean, aside from perhaps some like historical rabbis who I'm going to probably promote as well. But like, who's the most famous person from Czech Republic?
That I think UFC fighter.
Easily,
It-
easily.
very
Don't
famous,
even.
yeah.
I don't even want to know the guy's name. Easily bigger than a UFC fighter. Who's like? Oh, didn't Czech Republic have like a king at some point or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be more famous than that guy.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, think about it. If I have more data than any person in global history, and people study my streams into the future, it would be like you were writing the Bible and you add a character into the Bible, like a guy that you knew. And you would be one of
Yeah.
those guys. And you'd be like in the new Bible, basically. Like, and it was all because you tweeted, does anyone want to be on my podcast?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I was on a podcast for the third time in a few weeks yesterday, and it went really well. We talked about alien abductions and stuff, and in terms of like Nikola Tesla and some other interesting stuff. And then today, I'm really excited for the one today. It's also on like scientific origins of life, and um, this one with 250,000 subscribers though. This guy's kind of tough to deal with, and I get it because he's got a really big channel and he has to protect it. So he can't just have somebody go out and be like, and take this supplement to live forever. Like he can't have that. I get that. I don't say that though. That's I don't say that. It's like that's not something I advocate. I really don't talk a lot about health information by any means, but he doesn't want to go down those. So it's more a focus on um, just how just UFOs in the Bible, which I can do.
Yeah.
Which I can do, and I can give a religious perspective of what that is. so I'm awaiting him to approve.
Answer you back.
Yeah, exactly. And if he does, then we'll set something up.
I'm like that as a people. Like I'm happy for you.
I'm too.
Like, very good.
I'm too. But even if let's say it falls through, I'm always someone who has to see the alternative. Even if it falls through, I've barely gone through my email list, and there are a bunch of other people in there who have huge channels like that as well. And you never know. This guy, even if he said no today, he may say yes tomorrow. Like, yeah, so, but it doesn't. It seems like he'll let me on. So that would be really huge. But even if he didn't, I've got other people lined up, and maybe they have 50,000 subscribers or 500,000 subscribers. You never know. And then,
I think. Sorry, Tom.
and then,
Sorry.
I can always. I mean, I'm always every moment. Like right now, I have two computers that are scraping all of iTunes, or actually iHeartMedia and Spotify, to get email addresses. So like that's something that you should do for your podcast is put your email
Yeah.
address. Hey, if you want to be interviewed on my podcast, email me at whatever your podcast is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I found this podcast, and that's the easiest way for someone to be able to connect with you. Hey, just email. And you're gonna say, but I don't want people to spam me with messages. My email's all over the internet, all over, and I barely get any spam because the spam filters are so strong on Gmail. You can only send, I think my friend said recently, we were going through these numbers, 3 spam messages out of 1,000 with a Gmail account before it gets shut down. So, like, that's, you have to have a very good rate of people thinking that your email is verified before you're going to get in trouble, or in order for you not to get in trouble. And so in your case, put your email out there. It's the easiest way for people to be able to connect with you. You know, I know that people are like, oh, DM me on Twitter. Well, guess what? People lose access to their Twitter accounts, or the Twitter accounts are suspended. Or
Yes.
same with Instagram. Like email is probably the most consistent way of communication on the internet currently that generally does not get shut down. It can. I've had email accounts shut down for sending too much spam and stuff, but generally it does
Me
not.
too. Me too.
And
So yes.
it's a
Oh,
sad thing
sorry.
because they don't
Talk.
tell you. They don't tell you, hey, you're sending too many emails, or you know, calm down or whatever. You know, only send like 5 emails a day or something. They don't tell you that. You're just emailing one day, and then all of a sudden you can't log into your account anymore. And it's like, what happened? And then, so what I'm saying is, there's no feedback from them. It's basically your everything's good or you can't do it at all. There's no like, hey, we just want to give you an update, like that you're sending a lot of emails. Why don't you settle down, or else you're gonna get nailed for spam. Anyway, go ahead.
I think. I think like what? How do I find you? That was so random.
You didn't.
Yes,
You
it was
didn't find me.
so
You didn't find
random.
me. I found you.
Okay, it was just random.
Um, I was going through Twitter, asking, searching the Twitter um search bar. Anyone who said the phrase "be on my podcast," and you had said that at some point, and then I sent you a I think I replied underneath it, something like
Yes.
that, and then maybe sent you a DM or something, and then we connected. And the interesting is, our whole relationship's on camera, so we can literally go back to that moment of that day when I found out about you, and um, I mean, that's kind of a neat thing with basically everyone on my stream. I can go back to the moment that I met them and where they become a character on the stream.
I was thinking like I was like I don't know who you are. With absolutely not. Like I was like just try. I was like okay, let's try him. Like I was not sure who you are. Absolutely.
That's how a lot of people are. And because I have so much content out there, some people are squirmish about it. They're skittish. They don't want to be overwhelmed with information. Everybody wants a super professional, perfectly manicured everything. And when I first started, that's how I was. But when you've been doing this for almost 5 years, there's a phrase in English: desperate times call for desperate measures. You basically have to do everything you can to get found out
Yeah.
about. And so then we did the first podcast, and then you came in here right thereafter, and I helped you with your link tree, and all of that, and now here we are. You're going to be starting to live stream some aspects of your life, so that's cool. Uh, are you in Rumble?
I was needed to start my computer because like it was like stuck.
Okay, that's fine.
So I need to do this again. So
Okay,
I have another question.
go ahead.
Like, do you do you ever meet before me some men or some people from Czech Republic?
Yeah, I have. They've been in the
Yeah.
Discord. Yep, absolutely. I've had people from just about every country in the Discord. Um, I've had people from certainly Australia, Philippines, Israel. Maybe there's some random African countries, but I've had a lot of people from Africa in here. Everywhere from as far north as Tunisia and Morocco to um, Nigeria in the middle and South Africa. Um, Certainly, and a lot of people don't speak English come in here and they don't know how to communicate with me. They join this for whatever reason. So, but yeah, I've had people in from Czech Republic. No one probably as much as you. I have had some people um who come in and uh they may just say I'm from Eastern Europe or whatever, and I don't press them on. Okay, well, what city and state are you? Or what city and locale? I don't care. Um, so if somebody's just like I'm from Eastern Europe, they could be from Poland. I've had a lot of people from Poland. Um, I know that's not Czech Republic, but it's close. Trying to think of a place where I haven't had somebody. um, I think probably all 50 states at some point. And these are people with whom I've discussed, like had conversations. Um, Certainly, if you don't speak English, it's more difficult because you're not going to find my
Yeah.
Discord that easily. But like the fact that you speak English means that you can come in here and read what's going on or whatever, and it's not foreign to you. But yeah, I would say that you're probably the person from Czech Republic who's been on the longest. But I've had some other people from Prague, uh, not too long ago. I'm trying to think exactly. I think it was a woman from Prague or something. And then uh, again, some people say Chechnya, and I don't go into. Are you saying Chechnya or Czech Republic? Um, I frankly don't really care where people are from. I mean, it's cool. That's I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but in general, I am I'm okay with people just remaining staying as anonymous as they're comfortable.
So okay. So okay, when you are going to do that viral, okay?
When I go viral, God willing,
Okay. When you go viral, how do you plan to monetize it?
well, it's very easy at that point. I have so much data archived on YouTube that I'll be able to monetize it through YouTube's program. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, and then also Rumble and Twitch and Kick will all come running because I'll be monetized there as well. And we're just gonna take all that money and put it in a big pot, a big not-for-profit trust, and then anyone who's helped me along the way, we're gonna help to uh, fund everything that they need. We'll also take donations at that point for big projects like creation of agricultural drones and saltwater greenhouses and floating greenhouses and things to help end world hunger and world thirst and stuff. But that's really big. And my the key to my content And anything that I do is it's free. So I don't ever paywall things for people. I feel it's important that they're able to watch it all and in as much completeness as possible. Now, in the future, will I do some kind of paywalling? I don't want to, but there may be some people who say, um, we want a certain view of your camera and we'll pay extra for that, like a first person view. But I'd like to give people a first person view for free. So what instead of paywalling something, I would just say, do you have a company that you want me to sponsor? Okay, send me their merch and I'll wear it. And you pay me X amount of money to do that. That's how I want to do it. So that the most amount of eyeballs are able to see my content.
Okay, so my link is never going to be on your stream because I'm broke as fuck.
No, your
I
link.
cannot pay.
No,
Okay.
no, your link will be huge because you talked about it, and so your link will make you a billionaire. Just that link will make you a billionaire.
Why?
Well, because you talked about it, and not many people talk about it, and a lot of people don't have the courage to ask me to promote their link. And once I go viral, absolutely, I'll promote your link, 100%. I mean, will I wear it on a T-shirt? Maybe 1 or 2 days, absolutely, just because it's funny. It's like, oh, you talked about this and you had the courage to ask me about it, and at the time I said no. But now that I can actually get you some money, yeah, absolutely, I'll do it.
Because I built that courage because I if I never ask, answer will be always no.
Yeah, there's a phrase in English: a hungry mouth doesn't get fed. Or pardon me, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Pardon me, a
Yeah,
closed mouth doesn't get fed. So you ask for, or a squeaky wheel gets the oil.
yeah, yeah. And I think that's why I was asking you because like you will never know, and that's why I have like some names. That's why I will have some big names too soon. And yeah, just ask.
Yeah, for other people, I mean, it depends how they want to interpret it. I doubt anybody's going to put your link in their profile for them. That's just not how
I
people work.
understand.
But what they would do, or what you should do, is put your link in their description of their video and in the clips that you put and all that other stuff. And then also, you should have a wish list now that you're associated with Amazon. So that when you have friends who are like, hey, I want to buy you another monitor, or I want to buy you more RAM, I want to buy you a different mouse, or a different headset, or different speakers, or a different computer altogether, you can let them do that. So you have a wish list of stuff that you want on Amazon. And then as you get more and more fans, someone will purchase something for you.
Wish list. Okay, I remember wish list. Yeah, nice. It's like so many wishes, like wish to stop on my yeah my wishes. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do it. So like, but like, how can you be like, what is like how much you can again? Sorry, how 1 2 3 1 2 3? How how big is going to be like your your well known about people?
I,
We are you are talking about like millions and millions.
no, billions. I mean, I think without sounding egotistical, the word that you lose, that you love to use, um, with this project, and I know how much data I've amassed within a month I'll be the most famous person on it. Maybe a year, but every
Like
everyone
more
will.
than Trump.
Oh, way bigger than Trump, way bigger than Elon Musk, way bigger than Vladimir Putin or King Charles II, or all of those guys. Like, um, bigger than the Pope, uh, bigger than Benjamin Netanyahu. Uh, and the reason why is there will be a phenomenon. The people can just watch someone live their life 24 hours a day, going to exotic countries, sleeping, eating, laughing, picking up, uh, doing good in the world, building projects. Like, it's going to be like Mr. Beast times 1,000, because Mr. Beast doesn't let you watch him sleep. And Mr. Beast doesn't have years of archived content that no one has seen. And that's a really neat aspect of it as well. It's basically like I'm on camera, but like I'm not paying attention to them, so you basically get to peer into my life. There's a word in English. It's known as voyeur or voyeurism, which is like someone who likes to look through someone's windows and watch somebody, maybe when they're not when the other person doesn't know about it. And people have a desire to do that, to see what other people are doing when they don't know that they're being watched. And that's what my old streams are like. So I don't know. I'm very positive towards this strategy that I'm using of being on podcasts, and um, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for the one tonight, though, and there are some podcasts that I've had to say no to. Uh,
Fine.
Good question. One person wanted to do like tarot card readings. You know what tarot cards are?
Yes, yes.
And
I know it's nice.
yeah, and there's a fine line within my religion about lending credence to that. Um, I might be able to say, and I haven't said no yet, but I'm just a little leery about that because um, there's some kind of divination, basically, like that we're not supposed to do. But then again, in the
Yeah,
future, people may find that to be really interesting, and just for novelty purposes, but not actually using it in
yeah.
a realistic way to manipulate the future kind of a way. Um, so that's one that I said I would not, or I I didn't say I wouldn't be on it, but I was leery about that one. I had another
Yeah.
one where the person came in here and was very um they're just people who are very,
True.
I don't want to say rude, but there are some people who um may be very critical of Israel or critical of
Yeah.
Judaism or whatever it is. And if I don't want to be in a situation where I'm put into a tough spot where there's no right answer. So like there's something called um a loaded question in English. So Tony, I'm gonna ask you a question and you have to answer it yes or no. Are you ready for the question? Are you ready?
That's yeah.
Wait, no, I didn't ask you the question yet. Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Okay,
Should be.
okay. Yes or no, Tony, do you still beat your mother? Yes or no, do you still beat your mother? Answer. Answer. Tony, answer. Answer.
No.
Oh,
No.
so you used to beat her.
Oh my God.
Do you get how that's a loaded question? There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong answer in that, and you
Yeah.
can get someone in a tough position with that kind of a question if you
But
don't.
like. Mhm.
So here, I'll explain it to you. If you say yes, I still beat my mother, well then you sound like you're someone who beats their mother. If you say no, don't still beat my mother, so that means you stopped beating your mother, but you used to beat her. There's no way, if you're forced to say yes or no, that you can say, hold on, I never beat my mother. That's not something I would do. You don't have that choice. It's just yes or no. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
But
so
like when you are going to be that much famous, you need to be ready for question about Israel and this, like,
I'm okay with
and
that.
your
No, no, no.
traditions.
I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. And I've spoken on that at length. I've spoken on that at length. But if somebody wants to ask me a loaded question like, do you agree that babies should still be killed? Or do you still
That's
believe that baby? Do you,
that's stupid question, bro.
no, it's not. I get asked those kind of. Do you still believe that babies should be killed? I never believed that babies should be killed. I'm a world peace advocate, but they can catch you
Yeah.
in a tough spot. And so, in terms of questions, and I don't really get into politics all that much, though some people may say I do more than others. Um, I don't really find either side to be that attractive to me, and they're both kind of corrupt. So I avoid those kinds of discussions. I invite people to ask me questions, but like you should see some of the questions that I get in here, just in the Ask Rabbi Anything section um, about hurting of children and racist things and um, like
Yeah.
just
Did you?
go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry. Did you like when I first like you first contact me? Did you yeah, research on me on my live podcast and this on my Twitter and this,
No,
or like did you just like okay I will do it?
no, I couldn't find it. You didn't have anything linked.
Yeah. So like it was like blind like
It was blind.
let's go.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I do most of the podcasts. I don't really do any research on them because I'm on a lot of them. I might 30 minutes before the podcast starts take a look at it just to see how long the normal podcast is, so I know. Because some podcasts like yours, it's going to be like under 30 minutes. The host tells me if you're going to use an iPhone, it's got to be under 30 minutes or something like that. Okay. I've had one guy who was like, it's got to be 20 minutes, but we're going to do 5 of them. Okay. You want to do 5 of them? That's fine, but they're going to be 20-minute snippets. Whatever you want to do. Then I'll have one like yesterday for more than 2 hours. And it just depends on the format that somebody wants to have. Um, and uh, I'm someone who is pretty open to most discussions. So,
Bro, like I am like again I'm happy because like if you are win like I'm happy because I want to see my friends win.
absolutely. And you're going to win. Literally, Tony, within like 3 days of my podcast blowing up or my being on a podcast blows up and my stream blows up, you will blow up because I was on your stream and people will want to dissect my every word of what I said on your stream
Yeah.
or on your podcast and
Right.
the questions
Okay, so
that you asked
okay.
and all of that. So, like, don't, I mean, just on Rumble alone, I uploaded your podcast like 16 times. So it's all over Rumble and it's all over, it is on YouTube on my accounts and it's on Twitch or it's on, you can't upload on Twitch. It's on TikTok and Instagram, and it's not always super easy to find because my like not all my accounts are as big as others, but and sometimes I just create an account just for interviews, just so it's hosted on the platform, but it may not be on my main account because I don't want to risk my main account of getting banned for whatever reason, whatever they want to do. Um, but it's there, and people will search it out, and they will find it to be very interesting. So, anyway, you need to.
I have my number.
Okay, good.
Ready.
Okay, so you know at the bottom of Rumble where there's a little camera that has a red.
Yes.
Okay. So click on the arrow next to the camera, and you should now see OBS. Yes, click that.
Virtual camera. Yeah.
Yes, good. And now you should see yourself. Now, do you know how
Yeah,
like streamers put like they have like augmented reality things? They'll have like how many people are listening to them, and they can have like a
of course I know.
banner, pictures, and all
I
that
know,
stuff. They do that through OBS.
but I don't know how to do this.
We're not going to do it right now, but I'm just telling you,
Okay.
if you want to make it so that you have a green screen behind you, or that the background's blurred, or that you want to make it look like there's a battle going behind you, or you're on a tropical island, or anything like that, you can do all that with OBS. Or you want to put a graphic, you want to have it so that people can watch what you're watching. That's all done in OBS. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to try to use OBS for like a few hours to see if it resolves the issue you were having where your
Yep.
camera was shutting off. Okay, so now turn the microphone on.
Done.
Okay, now go live.
I'm scared. I don't know why, but I'm scared.
You did it yet? You did it yesterday. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Just click it, and then start applying for jobs.
Okay. Why? I need to do some propagation videos for my live podcast. So I will gonna do that. So yeah, they will have fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm alive.
Okay, I'm gonna go check you out right now. Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're clear.
Let's go.
Surf jump.
Yeah. 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 You might. Let's go.
Okay.
Go. Fuck. Sorry, I'm not going to sorry.
You're good. So what you should do is check yourself on all of the social media to make
Yeah.
sure it's good on everything. And we'll make it so that like you can have in the corner your name and your link tree and all of that kind of stuff. Don't worry about that right now. We're just testing this to make sure it works for long periods of time, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
But just know, like later today, if you want, we can add some cool effects to your stream.
Nice. Or like you can be on my Steam too.
Yeah, if you want, you could stream the Discord in there if you want. Do you want to see how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to OBS.
Okay. I am.
Okay. Right click on your video and back to where it says like add something.
Yeah.
And then click window. Should say like window.
Yeah.
Click window. And then do you see Discord on there? Should be in like a drop down.
No. I don't know why.
Oh, I know why. Because you're not using your computer for Discord.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I will be calling you from the computer. Okay.
Okay, do whatever you need to do. Go to your.
Okay.
Okay. Tony. Oh, that's fine.
To the court, and Brendan was forced to file a 9-point affidavit clarifying that he's in control of the litigation, that he's being briefed on the case, and he personally authorized the appeal. He had to go on the legal record and contradict what he'd said on his own podcast because he didn't realize that lying about a federal lawsuit in front of hundreds of people would have consequences in the actual courtroom. He did that for the same reason he's doing the rebrand now. It's all nonsense. He wanted his audience to think the lawsuit had nothing to do with him. When the court forced him to own it, he just stopped talking about it. And now the rebrand does the exact same thing. He doesn't need to deny the lawsuit anymore. He just buries it under live streams and new branding, and I cut out all the negativity, and I get it. I gave them lots of hate on it. It's the same bullshit. You don't spend $500,000 chasing $13,000 unless the point.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now, do you see on your OBS when you click window? Yeah, can you? Okay, so right click on OBS on your camera and add, and then do you see window capture or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, click that, and then do you see Discord? There's like a drop down. Yeah, that's fine.
His channel makes $1,000 to $2,000 a month. There is nothing to recover here, and Brendan knows it. His lawyers know it, and the fucking court knows it. So why is this still going? Because it was never about the money. It was about making sure that if you make videos about Brendan's shop, there's a price to pay. That's the message. That's always been the messaging here, and no amount of rebranding changes that. Brendan can call himself Big Fucking Brown. He can do 6 shows a week from a storage unit. He can read minds from 25 paying fans and call it the best thing he's ever done. He can sit in the fucking chair with a fishing rod and tell David Lucas that comedy was never the plan. He can look into his live stream camera and tell you he's cut out all the bullshit and moved on. But meanwhile, his lawyers are still
I have it.
filing
Let's go.
Okay, let's look at it. I don't see it. Oh, now I see it. Yeah, but it's too big. So now what you want to do is click on the corner of it and scale it downward, like smaller. Just like so it's a quarter of your, maybe an eighth of your screen. Hold on. A little smaller. A little smaller. I see you laughing. It's cool. Yeah, that's good. And then put it like you can put it behind your, no, too small. Like put it in the corner, the upper left corner if you want. Yeah, up there. Just where there's nothing going on, like so that people still see your face. And then make it big. Make it as big as you can so that it's not covering your face. You can do it there too, but just so that it's not covering your face. Just so it's not covering your face. Whatever you want to do, it just make sure it's not covering your face at all.
I have a that the camera is like with bad like angle. So I need to figure out this too.
Yeah, you do, and you will. Now, Tony, what I'm going to say to you right now is I want you to shut off the Discord. The way that you do it is right click on the Discord and press delete, or there's a delete option. We can do it in the future. You can do it later today. I wanted you to just see how this works. OBS is the software that people do to make their streams really, really cool. They don't do it through a browser. They do it exactly the way you're doing it. But we're just testing your streams right now to make sure they work for long periods of time. Okay.
Okay. So like delete.
Yeah. So you right click on the Discord and then
Yeah.
do you see it says delete?
Yeah.
Now you can bring it back in the future later today, but let's just test it for a few hours. Okay.
Did I it?
Let me see if you did it. Yes, you did.